Now let's take you to Zimbabwe this morning, where the much debated Private Voluntary Organization, that's a PVO Amendment Bill, which seeks to regulate operations of non-governmental organizations, NGOs, threaten about 18,000 job losses if passed into law in its current form. The PVO Amendment Bill, which was gazetted in 2021, has been widely criticized by civic society organizations, as the CSOs, and human rights groups as an attack on democracy, with the church warning that it would disrupt charity and humanitarian services offered by churches. The latest report, commissioned by the Zimbabwe Human Rights NGO Forum in collaboration with the Southern Defenders and Accountability Lab, titled "Punching Holes in a Fragile Economy: The Possible Economic Impact of the Private Organization Amendment Bill," warns that about 18,000 jobs in the NGO sector will be lost if the bill is passed into law. Now, this bill has been a debate in Zimbabwe, an ongoing debate that has been on for a while now, 2 years and counting. And the CSOs are coming out to say, if you put this law into existence, if it comes and it's been implemented, you're going to stifle the freedom that CSOs have. You're going to stifle the freedom that human rights have. And the government is coming out to say, well, human rights groups seem to be working on the path of political apathy at this point in time, and that's not what they should be doing.
Well, looking at regulating the non-governmental organizations is one thing that the government out there is trying to do, but of course they need to be very, very careful that this doesn't go the other way round. We'll bring to you more updates as we continue on Breakfast Central here on News Central. Quickly, that we talked about the PVO Amendment Bill earlier on, which was gazetted in 2021, and it has been widely criticized by civil society organizations and human rights groups as an attack on democracy, with the church warning that it would disrupt charity, humanitarian services offered by churches. While we brought this story to you, we also mentioned that the aim is to ensure that non-governmental organizations will definitely go into tougher times. But you know what? We do have a guest who's joining us to talk about this very quickly. We've got our man, that's yes, political analyst, Vivid Gwede. Thank you so much for being here on Breakfast Central, and good morning to you.
Morning, and thank you for being me on News Central.
All right, so Mr. Gwede, according to the NGO Forum in collaboration with the Southern Defenders and Accountability Lab, there are 18,000 jobs at stake if this bill is passed into law. Please explain to us how bad this situation truly is.
Yes, the situation is very bad. As you know, Zimbabwe's economy has been struggling for a number of years now. And there have been attempts before to have an NGO bill in 2004. And that bill didn't pass because there were also, these similar criticisms that were coming from the communities and from analysts and stakeholders, as are coming now. And the bill was later shelved by the former president, Robert Mugabe. Now, this new administration has also come up with the PVO bill, which wants to do what the other bill wanted to do. But the effects are really going to be dire. About 18,000 people are employed in the NGO sector, which is about 1.2% of Zimbabweans in the workforce. That is going to really affect many families because the 18,000 obviously have their dependents. There are also, issues around what this will do to the economy. In the 2022 monetary policy statement, it was revealed that NGOs had contributed over 900,000 US dollars to the economy, which is almost 1 billion in terms of foreign currency. So this is going to be disrupted. I think this is also going to affect how donors are looking at Zimbabwe, whether they can still put in their development finance into the country, but also communities on the ground that have been benefiting from the work that NGOs have been doing in the health sector, in the education sector, in terms of social protection. These communities are also going to be affected by the bill that is coming. The bill that is being mooted at this stage, it is at a stage where it is being discussed in public hearings, and many people have already, said they don't want this bill. But they've also been cases of violence where people are being, gagged by supporters of the ruling party from, criticizing this bill.
All right, Vivid, it will be really nice to see your face as you get enthusiastic about this story. So you might want to punch on that camera of yours so we could actually get to interact with you face to face.
Sorry, I think it's a question of data.
Okay,
connectivity where I am.
That's fine. That's
All right.
fine.
Sorry for that.
That's fine.
Okay, so now you clearly gave us some numbers in terms of the employment opportunities that this NGO gives to the people of Zimbabwe. 1.2% of the country is employed from the NGO sector. Looking at the amount of money that the NGO generates, you clearly said it, $900,000 in the previous year. Why do you think the government would ignore disadvantages and move in the opposite direction in terms of the amendment of this bill? Why is the government so adamant in this?
Yeah, that's the biggest question in this whole issue, the $1 million question, just to so to speak. The reason why the government wants to do this, obviously, and as it was again in 2004, is that the government has been facing criticism in terms of its handling of the economy, its governance, its human rights record from amongst other players, the civic society organizations. And as we are going to the 2023 elections, I think the government would want to make sure that these organizations don't speak up. They don't do enough, to open the democratic space in terms of voter registration, in terms of monitoring the elections, in terms of just informing the people about various things that are happening in the country. And I think this is particularly the reason why the government would want to shut the NGOs out. They want to evade criticism. And I think this is not just a question that we've seen in Zimbabwe alone. You see that other autocratic governments, like in China, like in Russia, they have done this. They have, come up with restrictive NGO laws so as to shut out, criticism from the people, and so as to make sure that people don't participate and to limit the democratic space and maintain their hold on power. So, but I think this is a I think this is a miscalculation in the sense that the NGOs that are working in the civic and democratic space are few, but this will have repercussions across the board. They might want to just target civic organizations, but I think donors will also, question the whole arrangement where some organizations are being, harassed, some are not, and it also depends on donor priorities. They wouldn't want to put money in a situation where the rights of people are being violated. So basically, I think they've made a miscalculation, also given that Zimbabwe is at a point where the economy is suffering and it needs all that foreign currency coming into the country.
Quite a tough one there, but Lorraine not keeping to their promises, and you can see the Burkinabes are not happy at all, and they've taken it into their hands to ensure that the protest is done, and then they must ensure that everything gets back on track.
Everything gets back on track, and we will be following this story closely to ensure we bring you the latest right here on News Central.